Hello everyone. So today I'm going to go with the market structure. That's the beginning of our class or of my strategy. I need the market structure. Why do I need the market structure? I need the market structure to know the direction of a trend and know the way the market is going to. So what I have here next is the anatomy of a structure. Anatomy of a structure consists of range, major, external, and minor structures. Okay. Under under range structure or the under range structure, before we go deep under range structure, we have understand that in the uptrend the market is going higher high, higher low, higher high. Once it breaks the peak of here, this peak, then you can say that the market is bullish. Okay. Now, how will you know that the market how will I play out that this place is absolutely or completely a break of structure? Whether it breaks with weak or with body, I will still map it as a break of structure. Okay, weak or body, a break of structure. Weak or body is a break of structure. Okay. Then what is the next thing is a range structure. Range structure is this: that leg that broke that break the BOS is a range structure. Same here, that leg that broke a range is still a break. That range that broke a break of structure is a range. Okay. Now the next thing we go with is measure. We now go with what is a measure. Measure is at that resistance level whereby the market should not break past the level where the market should not break past it. Okay, that's like a resistance or a support zone. That's it. This okay. Let me give a writing. Measure. This is a measure. So I'm not expecting price to break past this. Okay. This measure, I'm not expecting market to break past it. Same with here in the uptrend, for you to understand what I'm saying. When this market was coming down here, please help me out. When this market was coming down, it didn't break here. I mean, it broke here like this. Now I'm expecting something called a change of character, right? I'll start say that this market has changed character and is going down. Okay, I can also say that once a break of structure, once the price try to break this measure, we can now say that a change of characters has occurred. Once a price breaks any measure in an uptrend or in a downtrend, that means a change of character has happened. Get the information right. So the next thing we're going to look for the next place we are going to enter is external structure. What are the external structure? If here is the measure, here should be the external, right? That break of structure, that BOS, can be called another external structure. Okay, so why do we call this external structure? External structure or external liquidity. Okay, like my pen is explaining it right. External liquidity. So I'm expecting when next market goes up to here, it should break my external liquidity. Okay, break my external liquidity. So the market is targeting two things. Market is targeting always targeting the external liquidities, which is the POS of the market. But once the market take out the measure, you will now say that the market has changed character, or the market is now moving from bearish to bullish. That's simple. Now, another thing I'm going to tell you is the minor structure. What are minor structures? Minor structures in an uptrend can mean this. When the market, for example, let me go with this example. I hope that we can see what I need here. No. Okay. If the market is going, for example, market is going buy. Okay. So now, the first thing we are going to ask is, what is under here? What is under here? Answer me if you can. If you have been following up, you should understand. What is this place called? If you said measure, you are correct. There is what? Measure. So I'm not waiting for market. I'm not looking for market to take out here, but I'm expecting to buy from here. Okay. Then what is this called? If you said break of structure, you are correct. Okay. What's this place again called? If you say break of structure, you're also correct. Then what's here called again? Since the market has taken out the break of structure, the external liquidity, what are you expecting? The market should not do what? Take out the what? Measure liquidity. So what's here called again? Here it's called what? Measure liquidity. So now if you can follow this, we are going well with our understanding and everything about this course so far. Okay, you're now understanding it, right? Yeah. This break of structure also can be called what? External what? Liquidity. Okay, beautiful. So the next thing, after going on with these two classifying of strategies, the next thing I'm going to dive deep is what? Go into the market and go for a live scenario for you to see what everything I'm talking about. So let's go on to this pair, red market. Yeah, you can see that. Then we'll go straight to about what? Do you have send me airtime or send me data? My sub just finished. I'll do editing this video. My number, just send me to. I'll send it back to you. Do 1,000. Hmm? 081 033 49 064 64. Call the waiting. Call what you write. 033 33 49 064.
064.
Mm. This app they chop data. The app.
This trading app.
Mm.
Which app?
And they do recording. And they record the whole, you know. Mm.
Okay. Hi.
Don't go.
I don't go. Still loading.
Which bank?
Eh?
Which bank?
Man, it's pumping.
Which data do you see? Do you send?
That people
1,000 data.
Mm.
What's in the right time? How many gig?
3. I'm coming. Okay. 1,000.
3.2.
2 days. There is this one of 1.5. 7 days.
Let me finish up.
Wait. Let's see. Loading.
Huh? Let me see yours, guy. I need your help now. If I need your help, I need like on what's also. Mm-hmm.
It's the network.
Wait, don't do it again.
It's the whole thing.
No, shoot you again. Don't do it again. Chukum. Not do it again. Thank you. I don't do.
You don't know.
No.
Very soon your video will enter YouTube.
Mm-mm.
Video will enter.
I don't want to post this one. I want to. I'll edit it and I'll do this.
You edit it and what?
Babe, my video not start. Okay, let's go down to 1 hour. Okay. On this 1 hour, over here, what am I teaching you? Let's do a quick review from here to here. Okay, that's where we'll do a quick analysis. So let's say that we don't know what's happening the whole of here. Okay, then what is the first thing I'm going to look for? I'm going to look for what? The first words, break of what? Structure. Okay, now I'm going to look for what? The major structure. Okay, what do I say in major structure? I mean, you say in major structure that the market should not break it too. Market should not break it too. Major, break or BOS, BOS or external liquidity. External or liquidity, right? Then with this, let's do other analysis. So now, after this break of structure here, we have another break, right? So the another break should be like this. should be this one, right? The next one should what's the major? Where is the major? Here is the major. Okay. Where is the next break of structure? The next break of structure should be here. Where is the measure? The measure should be here too. Okay. Where is the next break of BOS? Here is the best BOS or external liquidity. Where is the next measure? Here is the next measure. Okay. Now, if you are confused about what happened here, why the market broke this structure and continued, that should be in our next class. Okay, so just follow up with the theory I'm using. Okay, because we have a lot of things to cover, because we are going to also cover we are also going to cover a lot of education, even the liquidity. When we come to liquidity, you guys will see the reason why the market did what it did here. Okay, then where is the next BOS here? Like I said before, the next I don't know what's happening to my so like this. Now we have been getting the whole entry level, okay, and so on and so forth. So if you go here again, okay, now these are what the anatomy of range. Now let me tell you another thing. During in the bullish trend, whatever that happens here, are you using my data? Are you using myself?
No.
Okay. I don't know what's wrong with my phone.
Your phone used to do anytime you solve this data. So take some minutes before you start working. Max. Your phone used to do anytime you solve. So take time.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm. So like I was teaching, see the next class. See the next thing. I want you to listen to this attentively. During a bullish trend, whatever happens inside its internal range structure, inside this area at all, I'm showing you, is still a bullish trend. Whatever that happens here is still a bullish trend. Whatever that happens here is still a bullish trend. Let me explain. Let me mark it out so you get the whole idea. Where is my highlights? Whatever happens inside this range is towards a bullish trend. It's still what? A bullish trend. They are still what? Bullish. They are still what? A bullish trend. Okay? Now, I want you to write those things down, and small we'll get everything you need. Any questions, you can just send a DM immediately, so I'm going to reply to you about any questions you have. I want you to just follow the whole story, the whole strategy, little by little. We'll get there. So now you can say I buy here, right? I buy here, I buy here. Soon again you ask me again, how do I know where I'll buy? Don't worry, we are going to go through all that. Okay, we are going to go through all that. So I just want to follow the whole story I'm trying to share. Okay, now how does the next question is, how does the change of character, how would you know a change of character? How does it play out? That's a simple question, or that's a lovely question. I don't know where my this thing hide. No, where do you hide now? Show me. Now you might ask, how will I know? How will I see a change of character? Change of character is simple. Since the market is going like this, up, down, up. Remember that here is what? The major, right? Because it's going uptrend, right? If market breaks this line over here, where next is your major? Your next major should be what? Here. Then you are expecting now this. Okay, this is here's what? Major, right? Yes, that's your what? Major. So once the market breaks this measure or under here, you can now call it what? Change of character. Okay, or market structure shifts. To turn to one, judge what was written like this: change of character or market or MSS. Let me write this small: market structure shifts, which is what? MSS. Okay. Okay, now this what? So where next is should be my liquidity or external liquidity over here. Okay, if you say here, you are very correct. Where should be my measure next? My measure should be what? Here, right? You are very correct. And here should be my what? Break of structure in case if it goes up and come down. So next, why am I teaching you this? I'm teaching you this because this is the first thing you need in your trading. Why do I say that this is what you need? You need this in your trading so you understand the structure which the market is trying to play out. To understand where the market is moving to understand how the market is moving. So these are the main concepts to know the direction. No matter the strategy you have, if you have the structure wrongly, you're already making a lot of mistakes. Okay, it's better you are good with the analysis and know that okay, you are only bad at what? Psychology or emotions, because that can always develop one day or the other. You know, if you can fix your technical analysis, that means you are almost 95% up for profitability. You'll be seeing profits, you'll be withdrawing from the market. If you just know only this, you'll be withdrawing from the market. The market will be your ATM if you know only this. Okay, so I want you to go that will be all for today. So I want you to go into your system, your charts, identify these things I've showed you all here, identify all of them gradually, and by special grace of God, you'll be very good with analysis. And before I end, the last thing before I end is, during analyzing, the first thing you should do, or the last thing you should do when you are going through the assignments is, for example, this AUD USD. If you want to analyze this pair, the first thing you should do is what? Go to the what? Higher what? Time frame. I know why I said this thing the last time. Lastly, so you know what you're doing. Since this is a single time frame, but you can see what? The little break of structures going up, right? Yes. If you can see it, then come down to what? Your monthly time frame. If you come down to your monthly time frame, you can see that the overall is bullish, right? Now we can possibly start drawing what? Break of structure, 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 measure, okay, then you come up to your weekly. It's called top down analysis. So you know that these all are bullish. What next will I going to do? Same thing. Okay, let me just start from here. You start from here. Break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, so on and so forth. Then you come down to what? Daily. Any new chart you should do this, because this will tell you if the market is just breaking structure or whatsoever. So this you'll be like, okay, here's my break of structure, here's what my last low. So for example, over here, higher time frame gives you the overall, the ego eye in your direction. For example, over here, if you might not know what's happening around here, but if only you can use the higher time frame to view, you can see that this place, this market, this price coming down here is still what? Bullish. Okay, the higher time frame gives you the ego high. If you check, you see it comes down, it didn't break structure, instead of moving what? High. It come down again, instead of moving high. You can see, right? Yes. High. So that's it all. That's all for today, and if you have any questions, I need you to throw me questions so I can answer you, and hopefully you learn a lot from this. Okay, so that's it all for today on this market structure and everything about I know about market structure. I can see I've done a little bit of analysis, and you can see how I do my analysis on each of them. So the next thing is the other part of trading that you need to learn, which is liquidity, that's what we are going to next. So I want you to do a lot of information, start seeing all these things, and I want you to start seeing all these things, because once you start seeing them, you can never unsee them anymore. Okay, see you all in the next video.